spell. So this is going to be the biggest unlock for our Slayer grind ever, because not only is it going to allow us to do the Slayer task faster, but it's also going to allow us to stay in. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I am Eyeic, or Andrew, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm just going to go off on a caveat here and say that this video is a different style. It's a little bit more of an informational video for our lower level friends, and that is simply because I was visiting home right before I started my new job, and I didn't want to spend my last week playing video games rather than spending some time with my family. So unfortunately, we didn't get to play too much, but we do have a lot of content to go through. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. All right, so now that we have our Slayer helm, the goal is going to be stacking up Slayer points, because eventually we're going to want to do a decimation grind in Wilderness Slayer, and then eventually going for the Ascensions once we have 99 Slayer. Typically, the fastest way to do Slayer is to just train with the highest level Slayer Master available to the player, which in terms of the account goals would make the most sense for me to do. However, I have a few other things outside of the actual skill that I want to unlock via Slayer points to do things like bossing Slayer, open up inventory slots from dungeoneering items, and then also unlocking optimal tasks. Because we're level 80 Slayer, we don't need to farm out experience like we do need to be farming out the points. So what we're going to be using is the Lumbridge point boosting method, which basically is you go to the Lumbridge Slayer Master for every task that is not the 10th task, and then for the 10th as well as the 50th, you go to the highest level Slayer Master possible in order to maximize your points. In my case, we'll be using Kuradel in the Ancient Cavern. Now, I think the biggest thing about this method is that you can do it teleporting back to Lumbridge and talking to the Slayer Master. That's probably how I did the first time when it was double Slayer points week. I had done that on a different account, and I just teleported to Lumbridge every time, and that was fine. But because we don't want to move from the catacombs, yes, we can teleport back to Lumbridge and everything's in the general relative area. However, in order to be more efficient and to get up to doing 20 tasks per hour, we're going to want to be using the Contact NPC spell, which is a spell unlock from the Lunar Diplomacy quest, which basically allows us to contact an NPC remotely via the spell. So this is going to be the biggest unlock for our Slayer grind ever, because not only is it going to allow us to do the Slayer task faster, but it's also going to allow us to stay in the actual catacombs and remove teleport times and all that stuff. So the only issue with it is that fact that you can't use magic with it because you're on the Lunar Spellbook. You won't have access to combat spells, so you'll be doing this method with either ranged or, in my case, a halberd. All right, so with Jacqueline, the Lumbridge Slayer Master, we have a multitude of tasks, but luckily for us, most of them are in the catacombs, which is awesome for us because that means we don't have to move very much. However, there are some tasks that we can't do in the catacombs because there are not monsters there for them. So these include ghosts, cows, cave slimes, cave bugs, and birds. Now, I know it's a pretty common thing for people to use their block lists in order to maximize the efficiency of doing Lumbridge Slayer, but personally, because my next step is going to be Wilderness Slayer to get decimation, I'm going to put this on hold and just say, you know, if I get a cow task, if I get a goblin task, I'll just go do it. I'm not too bothered by that. So not the most efficient, but you know, it's not worth wasting Slayer points just to not have to go do goblins or frogs. But with that big information dump out of the way, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video of all the clips of me doing Slayer this week. Ooh, ambiances, very nice. So this is probably one of my preferred mid-tier Slayer tasks. Because of how AFK it is, you can just sit into a corner and you'll have 3 of them aggro onto you, and then eventually it becomes much more AFK because of Bone Crusher and prayer and all of that stuff. But most importantly, it is a really good way of farming Armadillo components. You get some good hard clues in there, and they drop some nice herbs as well. So hopefully we'll get some of those drops during this task. Overall, a booming task. We got a clue, and we got 2 pieces of War Priest. So overall, a very, very nice task to do. On to the next set of boosting tasks. Another 10 done. See, normally this wouldn't be a hard decision between Necreals and Aber Inspectors, but because we need the combat experience in melees for some quests upcoming, I am going to do the Necreals instead. Nice. All right, jokes aside, 70 strength. So we're gonna swap over to attack now. I just wanted to get a nice even level for that. 20 minutes and you get 100 points. An easy task. All right, this is probably gonna be our last task for the week, and it is Iron Dragons. Super AFK again, like at the NCs. Let's get it. No good drops, but super AFK. And with that, that's 120 tasks total. So that's 30 tasks completed. Took us about hour and a half, 2 hours. So again, I didn't have a lot of time to play this week because I was visiting family, but it was really nice to feel like I got a lot of progress done. We basically unlocked a full unlock for one of our things. This one will probably go towards a Slayer Helm upgrade. But point being, you can get a lot done in a little amount of time with strategies like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And remember, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up. If you love the video, please consider subscribing. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful week.